Hey, and we're back here with another episode of El Sampler Pod. I'm here with my boy Juan. What's up, Juan?
What's up, y'all? I'm happy to be here. Happy to be here.
Hey, this is Javi as always. This week you're just going to talk a little bit about AEW. We're not going to talk specifically about the last episode or anything, because I think there are things that are a lot more important right now with AEW going on that we have to address, and we need to kind of let you guys know what we think. So first and foremost, what's been all over Twitter, all over podcasts and everything, the whole Sammy Guevara thing.
All over.
Bro, that's like super out of hand. It's already the second time this guy gets in somebody's face or something. I don't know if Andrade was the one that did something to whom or who started it, but I mean, come on, man. Like, we already have Eddie Kingston. A few weeks later, now we have Andrade. Who's next?
That's a good question, because it's bound to be somebody. This kid apparently just does not know how to talk to people. He just doesn't know how to behave. So he's bound to get on somebody's nerves. But he is buddy with Jericho, so maybe Jericho's helping him out. Because apparently, obviously, I think anybody who's watching this is aware of what's going on. He had a confrontation with Andrade, and apparently they sent Andrade home. I don't think he even had the because they were recording Rampage,
right? Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't even think they had the mask versus career match they were saying.
No, they didn't. I think they swapped it for a trios match. It was obviously a Death Triangle versus I don't know who. So I don't know, bro. Like, I really don't know what the hell they're gonna do there. Yeah, and honestly, Well, and honestly, we all know that Sammy has a punchable face. If his character on the screen is a quarter of what he is in real life, bro, he must have heat like crazy.
Have you ever watched his vlogs?
I tried to a couple of times.
Yeah, no.
Then again, I tried to, because it's like, what? It's
They're
worse
terrible.
than it's worse than Being the Elite, because at least Being the Elite kind of has a story, and we all know, it's joking around and making fun of stuff. That's cool. But this guy's like, I don't know, he just D-bagged to the nth power, bro.
Extreme D-bag. I wish we heard from Andrade beating the shit out of him, punching his face, doing something, because I think they said that Sammy was the one who was confrontational, was physical, and they still sent Andrade home, and they put Sammy in the main event. So that kind of does not make any sense.
No.
I mean, if I'm Andrade, I'm ready to get out of there. I'm ready to go.
Yeah, hopefully they don't give him a no-compete clause. Hopefully he could just, go anywhere he wants to, maybe AEW, WWE or Mexico or something like that. Because, I mean, I don't know what the situation is, but it doesn't seem like he deserved that. Like, if both are going to be, if you fault one, you have to fault the other too. Right. Because we don't know what's going on. And plus the fact the whole Twitter thread is there. So they all know that there was, if Sammy... happened. Let's say Andrade started it, Sammy had to be professional. Like, hey, we're not doing this.
Yep, exactly.
Because even Ricky Starks chimed in and he was like, "Oh, I wish my coworkers would shut the fuck up," on Twitter. Which, I mean, it makes sense.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't have to air out every single thing that it's going on. It begs. Well, you know what? The sad thing about it is that this stuff that's going on is probably their most interesting thing. Right, like, they're not really doing anything. Personally, I believe that their in work right now isn't doing anything. You're not leading to anything, right? All those matches that they're having, the random matches. Brian Cage was on the show. Where the fuck has he been for the past 3 years?
I know, but he gets an automatic TNT title shot.
Yeah, because
I
don't know. Well, he was on Instagram and he was saying how his record was such and such and this and that. I'm like,
at least bring him up, build him up again. Or something.
This needs to be a build up. This needs to be a story. Your big warlord guy versus Bryan, the Terminator Cage. Like, this would have been a really good fucking setup, but they didn't do anything.
Yeah.
But
I don't know.
It's just sad when, like, the personal stuff that's going on, unless they're doing it for show. But, like, this personal stuff is getting more attention than their actual work in ring. So
exactly. Or do you think it's Tony Khan just like, hey, work with MJF, let's keep on doing it?
Maybe. I mean, maybe. I just think it's funny how like I go on Twitter and they see all these things of like, for instance, like when Malachi was trying to get out, Buddy Murphy, Andrade, and all these people that were talking mess, like when Mustafa Ali was trying to get out, Free Ali. You had all these people who were like, oh, that's messed up that the Fed doesn't want to let them leave, blah, blah, blah. And now when these guys are trying to get out, they're all, well, you signed a contract, there's a contract, blah, blah, blah. I don't know, man. It's really funny. The other thing is that, yes, I can understand that some people want to leave, but I still say the perfect example of how you deal with a company that doesn't like you is Daniel Bryan. Yeah.
Because you know that Vince hated him.
He did.
Like Vince did not want him to get over, but he got over. He found a way, and he worked his ass off every day, every match. And in fact, I didn't like him. Like when I first started watching wrestling again was when I think it was like 2011 or 2012 or something, where I think it was doing Team Hell No, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
At that time, something like that. I'm like, who the hell is this little elf or something? Like, what is he doing?
Midget.
Why is he there? Like, I was so mad. I was like, this guy, like, he just annoyed me. Like, it was like X-Pac heat with me. I was like, please get this guy away from my TV. I don't want to see him. What the hell is Kane doing with him? Why is he there? And then it just kept on going and going and going and going. And all of a sudden, I was like, wait a minute, this guy's actually really good.
Yeah.
Then we had that match with John Cena. I was like, oh my God, this guy's the most amazing wrestler I think I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And then, the rest is history. But that's how you get over. That's how you get over a bad situation. You don't just go to a corner and start moping. You put your big boy pants on and go out there and wrestle. Go out there and do the best you can.
But you look at Malachi, you look at Andrade, right? Like, they came in as like hot shit. Like, they came in as, hey, these are the fucking hottest free agents that we got. And then look at Andrade. They didn't do anything with Andrade. Andrade could have easily been TNT champion. He could have easily been. He didn't even fight Kenny Omega when he was champ. He could have easily gone at me. Can you imagine that banger? Andrade versus Kenny Omega.
Yeah, it would have been a 7-star match. No, 6 stars because it would have been in the States.
8 stars.
In Japan.
In Japan, it would have been 9.
Yes. Okay.
But yeah, but like that's ridiculous. Like in a short term, yes, you have to get over, but you also have to have some type of opportunity.
But yeah, but even though they've only been with the company for a little bit, it wasn't like they were with the company for years and years and years. I can understand maybe like Miro. Why Miro's been with the company for like 2 years already, and
yeah, but at least he had his run with the championship. He had a run with the
but it was kind of
championship. Lackluster.
That is true, but it was short-ish. And then you had Sammy Guevara beat him of all people. Yikes! So,
look, I will say this: the one match that he impressed me, and it's a match that I feel like anybody can do good in, is that ladder match with Cody.
Yeah, he's good in the ring. Don't get me wrong.
No, he's
that he's annoying. He's a good acrobat. He's a good acrobat.
There you go.
He's a good acrobat.
He's a good acrobat.
Well, but then again, it goes back to the whole thing where we said, a few weeks ago, where these guys almost have no choice.
Yeah.
Because there's only 2 people that I could think of that are smaller and thinner and they could actually pull it off. Not be, just flippy, whatever it is. Just Daniel Bryan, obviously, and maybe Zack Sabre Jr. The only ones that could kind of pull it off that you're like, oh, that actually looks like it hurts. You respect this guy. But Sammy Guevara, come on, man. Can you imagine him trying to do like chain wrestling and stuff? Like, no,
not this guy.
It wouldn't look right almost.
Sammy, fuck you. Fuck Sammy. I don't go fuck Sammy. How about that? Andrade, you should have whooped the shit out of him, dude. You should have gave him some famous flare chops. I know his father-in-law taught him some good ones. Shit, dude.
Dale un putazo.
Yeah, man. Granted, maybe it was for the best. Maybe it was best that he didn't fucking get physical with him, right? But
apparently he did get a couple of shots in.
I hope
apparently. So. I hope so too.
I hope so.
Hey, if he's going to get fired, might as well. If he's really going to get fired, just lay him out. Seriously.
Well, I don't know if you saw this, but Meltzer had put out the thing saying, I guess they came up to Andrade afterwards and they're like, if you think you're going to get out of your... Well, obviously, this is all hearsay way. We talk about the dirt sheets so much and we know how much they're full of shit, right? So, like, I don't want to put too much emphasis on this.
Yeah.
But I want to say that I had seen a story by Meltzer saying that they came up to Andrade, told him, look, if you think you're going to get out of your contract just because you're doing things like this, it's not going to happen. And they sent them home. So, could I see them holding him hostage, technically, in a way? I think so. I think they're willing to let him write out the contract and kind of just
what's
sit
the purpose? There. I mean, what do you really gain with that? Like,
you gain the fact that WWE doesn't get him back.
It's not like he's doing shit right now.
He's not, but apparently they're okay with paying these guys and letting them do it. I mean, look at Malachi.
Remember, I have more money than Jim Crockett ever had.
I had more money than Jim Crockett. Fucking loser. Fuck you too, fucking Tony. I bet $20. I bet $20 million that Tony's still a virgin.
I wouldn't necessarily.
Well, you know what happened?
No. Exactly. So that's the thing. How much of it had to do? Didn't have to do with money, because that's the part that we got to take all those out too.
Financially, yes, correct.
Yeah, he has a little black book with the receipts that doesn't count.
Yeah, but Tony's issue is the fact that and you have it on the run now, that he definitely does need to take control, right? I saw the thing on Twitter today where, like, I think it started with the Cesaro hug. The Cesaro hug where he's like,
that was the worst. I'm like, it almost looked like he was gonna cuddle him, like he was cuddling him.
Yeah, even Cesaro was fucking confused. Cesaro was like, "What is going on here? Who is this little guy hugging me?"
Yeah, because Cesaro seems like a nice guy, but he doesn't seem like a type of guy that'd be like hugging people like that and being all.
Yeah, no, I don't think anybody wants to get a hug, regardless of who you are. Don't hug me.
It's just weird. It's like, what are you doing, bro?
Yeah, but like, it's just. I think he just wants to be liked more than be the boss, like he wants to be friends, and it makes sense, right? I'm going to put my psychologist glasses on. And he was such a fucking wrestling nerd like the rest of us that, like, when he finally was like, oh, okay, cool, I got daddy's money here. Maybe I can get these guys to be my friends. I'll pay them. I'll create my own company. Now they have no choice but to be my friends. And, like, that's the one thing that everybody says, well, I signed with AEW because, I started talking to Tony. He's such a nice guy. And we were just sitting there talking about wrestling. I'm like, dude, no, that's not how you run a company. Like, that's just you employing your best friends and giving them a shitload of money because daddy got it. Yeah.
And that's the worst part. And I think the reason why he does it, too, is because, like you're saying, it's daddy's money. It's not his money. So he could just literally he has an endless ATM.
Yep.
Until daddy one day says, bro.
No more. No more, Abibi.
Exactly. No more money. That's it. You're done.
Yep.
So, and that's the thing. And I can understand it because even like I was listening to the other day to Conan's podcast, Keeping It 100.
Keeping It 100.
Yeah. And then Disco was saying, he's like, which not a big fan of, but he was even saying like, hey, I can understand it because if I had that much money, I would have a wrestling company too. That's for sure. But at least you got to know what you're doing. You can't just buy action figures and expect it to be a success just because, there's such and such or whatever it is. That doesn't work that way.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you have to have a plan, and you have to have that plan work, and you have to have experienced people around you to be able to make it work. And it seems like even the people that are there that are experienced, nobody listens to them. Nobody cares about them. Nobody uses them. And then...
Yeah, that's one of the questions that Ariel Alani asked him. He's like, do you have anybody there that, like, if you wanted to go scout some people, scout some wrestlers, like, do you have anybody there? And all he would talk about is just the fact that he has 125 vice presidents, VPs of something, and he's gonna hire another 125 VPs to do this other thing. He's just doesn't know what to do, man. Like, honestly. And I'm not gonna lie, I sit here and I enjoy watching AEW when it's good.
Yeah, it's fun.
You know, like I don't mind like watching this, coming on here and talking to you. But then there's times where I'm just like, this shit is out of control. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, they're really just out there doing whatever they want to do.
Yeah, and it's sad, too, because to me, honestly, when AEW started, they said, oh, yeah, it's going to be a sports presentation or whatever it is. What I was thinking that they were going to do is kind of like a much better version of what they're trying to do in NWA, which is kind of like old school wrestling. That's what I thought. They were going to have certain rules. They were going to try to, have a regular storyline and try to make that work. But it just seems like it literally turned into all friends wrestling, which is just like, all right, you do whatever, you do this, you do that, like it didn't matter. There was nobody running the show. Yeah. Like it just seemed like everybody had creative control. You can't have it's like just imagine having a movie and everybody has creative control.
I mean,
you can't have that.
It didn't work for WCW, but it didn't work for WCW, and he's still going this route.
And he saw it. And even Eric Bischoff in his interviews, he's like, don't do it. I made those mistakes. Like he was actually admitting like he messed up and he knows it, right? Obviously he's older now. So now he can kind of, in retrospect, see everything. But he was saying like, don't make the same mistakes. And then Tony Khan's like, oh, F you, whatever it is. And Eric Bischoff's like, screw it. Like,
he loves to remind people. Like, I think even on that interview today, he was like, our company is much more. He had a conversation with the people from Time Warner, Turner, and he was saying like, you are our most profitable wrestling company since blah blah blah, and this was when WCW was in its heyday or something like that.
It's the only one.
Yeah, so I'm just like this fucking shit. Like I can't stand him. Honestly, like. I just can't stand him. You need to listen to the interview. You need to listen to the interview. It's about an hour. It's a good interview because Ariel pretty much carries it, but
and he's probably all over the place.
Yeah, definitely on YouTube
or something.
Yeah, you can. I think there was a part where he was choking. He was choking because he didn't have water or something like that.
Oh God,
pretty funny.
I want special water. I want my expensive water.
Fuji, Fiji,
probably
Fiji
but
water.
Yeah, but like I said, I can kind of wrap up this topic. I do think that like I said, I feel bad to a certain extent because I thought it was going to be something and it ended up being something completely different. So, and I feel bad because I think Tony Khan did have good intentions when he started the company, but it's just turned into craziness.
A mess, yeah.
Yeah, it's just not cool. Like this is something that Vince would have never tolerated half of the shit that's happening.
No, hell no. Both of them would have been fired immediately.
Yeah. And Triple H even less. Because I don't know. Everybody thinks that Triple H is like a softie. I think Triple H is going to be a hard ass. Like he's going to be probably worse than Vince.
Oh, definitely.
Because Vince seems like he's in the ivory tower. Triple H is going to be right there next to them just screaming.
Yeah, I think you don't do that. I think the issue with Vince is just the fact that like he was just more a stickler of like the entertainment part of things.
Yeah, well, he was old. I mean, let's be honest here. He was old, so he's going to have his senior moments.
Yep.
Also,
true.
I mean, he's been around for so long. It's like whenever we say, "Oh, our job," well, we're burned out from our job. We've been doing it for 5, 6, 7, 10 years or whatever it is. This guy's been doing it for what, like 50 years? And I mean, and he still went to work. He still only slept 4 hours a day into his 70s. Come on, man. So,
hey, I know you're watching this, Vince. I want to say you're the man.
Well, I don't know if he knows how to do it, but at least Triple H can show it to him.
Yeah, that's right, dude. You're the man, Vince. You're the man.
All right. So next thing, CM Punk, is he coming back or not?
I definitely think he is. Again, two topics that we're about to talk about: the Elite and Punk. He was asked about that on the interview. He just would not say anything about it. For what I've seen, apparently CM Punk's contract's buyout is a ridiculous amount. He would also be owed merch money for the next whatever years he signed. So I'm definitely sure he's gonna be back.
But that shouldn't be a problem for Uncle Tony.
It shouldn't be an issue, but I don't think. I think once again going back to like the whole issue with like him. I think he just thinks he's best friends with these guys. He's like, well, it's CM Punk, the coolest guy. Like, I think it's gonna be, bringing up the Elite as well. I don't think the Elite is going to resign. One of the three, or one of the two, because they're two different acts. One of those two acts is not going to be back next. I think their contract is up next year, I want to say.
Who do you think is leaving?
If I had to put money on that, I'd say Omega.
Yeah, me too. I agree.
I'd say Omega.
He's the only one that I could see having some value somewhere else.
Yeah, I mean,
because at least the Young Bucks, what are they going to do? Go to Impact? Go to New Japan? Because I don't think they're going to want them in WWE, especially if they're like in this situation, like right now. I don't think they would sign him. I don't think they would even bother. They'd be like, "No, you're tiny. No, we don't need you."
They are definitely small. When you see them go up against like actual like teams, they are definitely small.
And those are teams in AEW, not the WWE teams, bro. And the Hardy Boys look huge next to them. The Hardy Boys.
Yeah, but I can see them having some type of value there too, just because I think as annoying as they are, and I do find them extremely annoying, I think they have found their characters recently, like who they have been playing. These like I don't even know what to call them. Like they're just.
What do you mean?
Like their characters, you know, like the fucking earrings, the shoes.
That's weird.
The dyed beard, all that stuff.
I don't.
Like not.
They
hipsters.
just look old. They just look old.
Yeah, they're like old.
Like they don't even look like. They look like me trying to act like a 20-year-older. It's not gonna work.
But they would have to kind of realize like, okay, well, if we go over there, I mean, they're going to be a tag team. That's what it is. I don't think they should have any beliefs that they're going to be anything more than that. I think Omega would definitely thrive. I mean, look at AJ.
Yeah, Omega would do well. Omega would do well because I think Omega's a little bigger than AJ, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, but I think the only thing, and you know what? I mean, they could probably help him with promo wise. I don't think he's a good promo.
Because that whole thing that he's like, it seems like he's going to pass out at any moment. You're right, twitching.
Yeah, I mean, look at AJ. I don't think AJ was ever a great promo.
But he's improved a lot, though. He's improved. He's like fantastic. He can do a decent, not fantastic. I think do a decent promo. No, he's not fantastic. But
look at Sammy.
I think Sammy's great.
Everybody.
Look at Seth Rollins. You remember Seth Rollins when he first came in? He was terrible. Now he's one of the best mic guys they have. He's really great.
I would love to see Kenny come over. Jump ship Kenny.
Kenny against Seth Rollins would be a treat.
Anybody. Yeah, well definitely Seth. Definitely Seth.
Well,
I mean,
and the good thing about him going to WWE is that I think it would extend his career by a few years.
Yeah.
Because I can guarantee AJ Styles, if he would have still been doing what he was doing in Japan, he would have been gone already.
Oh,
There's no question.
Definitely.
There's no question.
I mean, it's a heavier schedule, but I feel like they work
smarter. They teach you how to work. They teach you how to work. It's like every move means something. Yeah. So that would help Kenny Omega greatly, because that's what he's lacking. He's lacking mic skills and somebody to slow him down. It's like, hey, bro, you don't have to do 15 V triggers.
Every single match. Like you don't have to kill yourself down. Every single match. Like not every match.
Slow it down.
It's crazy to say this, but like, you know, not every single match has to be a banger. You know, like that's what pay-per-views are for. Like
exactly.
That's what, you know.
That's why you have the big four, and even historically, you normally don't see your best matches in a random Raw. Yeah, once in a while you have a treat, which, for example, like when you had AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan, those two matches they had on SmackDown, those were just clinics. Those were clinics of what you want in a wrestling match, right? But you can't have that every week. You're not going to have that every week. It's more about the story than anything else in WWE, exactly. And that's one thing that he would be missing. But the thing is with the Young Bucks, if you take away all their flippy shit, what do they have left? That's the problem. They have nothing left. At least Kenny, you could kind of work with him as well as like Hangman Page. I think he would be a pretty decent WWE wrestler.
I think Hangman would be good. I just don't know, man. I don't know what's going on with them. I mean, they obviously have way too much talent. He's signing everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think this is the issue that we were all talking about with WWE a couple of years ago, where like everybody was signed, but there was no spots. Yeah,
and at least WWE had more TV time, and their matches were shorter too. Because right now, and that's one of the few critiques I have of Triple H. I appreciate longer matches, but I didn't want them 3 times as long.
Yeah,
like we don't want to go from from 15 minutes of wrestling time to 45.
Yeah.
Like, you could have added a couple of minutes. Not every match has to be 20 minutes long.
Well, not every show. Yeah, not every show has to have a fucking classic on there. Once again, going back to that same thing, but I don't know, man. They really need to figure this shit out.
Yeah. So real quick, we're just gonna kind of go over a few of the people that are in AEW that I think are not doing that. They're not doing anything with them because there's not a lot of TV time.
Yep.
Just kind of quick fire. Jay Lethal.
So Jay Lethal was, I don't know if you watched, but Jay Lethal was on there yesterday. They had
I saw the match.
Yeah, he had a really good match.
With Darby, right?
Yeah, with Darby. But it was just, once again, a throwaway match. It was just like, hey, we had to fill some time here. Go ahead and have a good match with Darby. Jay Lethal is one of the guys who I regret never showed up in WWE.
Yes. He's perfect for WWE, like perfect.
Yeah,
the
I
guy's
just don't know.
Custom built for WWE.
Yeah, I mean, once again, anytime he's on, I know he's gonna have a good match. He's awesome. But I don't know, man. He might be frustrated too.
Yeah,
he might be frustrated. What do you think?
I mean, I agree. I don't know if he's gonna be frustrated yet because he just got there, like 4 or 5 months ago. So I think he's probably still in that honeymoon phase where he's probably making more money than he's ever made because he's probably like,
yeah, that's true.
Okay, I don't have any titles. I'm not doing shit, but
I'm probably getting paid.
Open the Chase app. That's
Bam.
nice.
Yeah.
So he's like, yeah, life is good. So I'm happy for him in that sense. You know, he deserves it. Yeah, but it's a shame they're not doing more with him. They could do so much with him. The advantage they have of having someone like that is he can kind of be like your Dolph Ziggler, like your Jerichos, where you could say, okay, you and you just have a match, go.
Yep.
Like you're saying. So it makes sense, and you know it's going to be good because I don't think I've ever seen a bad Jay Lethal match.
Yeah, no, he's great.
In a long time. And everything, character-wise, he's great. Mic skills, he's great. Everything. I mean, I don't think he has one single thing that you could say, oh, yeah, he sucks at that. No, he's great. Like, he's just damn good.
Agreed.
Miro.
Look, I'm going to be honest when it comes to Miro. Terrible entrance, like terrible introduction to the AEW with the best man gimmick.
Yeah.
The Redeemer was dope. I really do like the Redeemer. But honestly, it's like they start with him and then they stop. And then they start with him and then they stop. So like, I don't even think he knows what the hell's going on. I don't even think he cares at this point, honestly.
I hope he's getting paid.
Oh, he's definitely getting paid. There's definitely. I think he had just been signed.
Oh.
Yeah,
he's like, I'm signing the biggest mistake of my life, but it's also the best thing I could have done.
Yeah, it's just fucking weird, man.
Yeah. I honestly, I 100% agree with you. The Redeemer was great. The other stuff was just shit. So
you didn't like the best man? I'm the best man.
That was horrible. And the thing is, like they say, first impressions, you can't get a second first impression.
Nope.
Like it just, when I saw him, I was like, why the hell does he have like a Mickey Mouse t-shirt? What's going on?
Did.
Well,
yeah,
by
it was
the
a
way,
Gucci. Yeah,
I like Mickey, but
yeah,
I paid $30 for mine. He paid like
he paid a lot.
$1,000 for his damn shirt.
Yes.
So. Yeah, that was crazy. For a wrestling show, come on now. Like, no, didn't look right.
Yeah.
But and this, you know what the sad part is? He should have been without a damn shirt after he worked his ass off because he looked like a damn potato before, and then he comes back and he's like, you know, dude's built.
Jacked.
Now they put a big ass t-shirt on myself. Like, why would you do that? Stupid. But anyways, you know, I hope they find the way with him because they have another guy that could be, you know, a big time player. But if they don't do anything with him, I mean, it's useless.
Yep. Very true.
Okay. Then your boys FTR.
Oh man, I don't know what's going on with them, especially there. They have every other fucking tag team title. I'm not sure why they're not in the picture for the AEW tag team champs, or why they don't have the belts. I think it's easy to say that they are probably one of the best tag teams around. Mm-hmm. Right? They're up there with the Usos. I just don't. Once again, I think they're supposed to be on Rampage this week, but why fucking have your best tag team on Rampage? That makes no sense.
I have no idea. I have no idea. And especially now that the Young Bucks aren't around, that apparently the Young Bucks and them, like, there is some kind of weird heat.
Yep.
Kind of low key. It seems like some very cordial heat.
Yep.
But
I think it's respectful enough. I think both teams are respectful enough to not be like, hey, like, go up there and start talking shit, you know, but.
Yeah. Even though to me, FTR is way better than Young Bucks to a certain extent.
Definitely.
Now they do kind of take the old school thing a little too far sometimes, but but it's fine.
Yeah.
But it's a good wrestling match, and they don't kill each other, which I have no idea how they've been injured so many damn times. Because it seems like remember when they moved up from NXT to the main roster in WWE, that was like you had like what's his name not Dax, the other guy. Oh my God.
Yeah, I don't know that. I know Dax.
Cash Wheeler.
Cash Wheeler.
Yeah.
There you go.
Where they literally sewed his mouth shut. Like,
well,
bro,
then the same guy
on,
slit his forearm. I think.
Yes.
So he just has the worst luck, man.
That's the thing. It's just bad luck. But they're great. I mean, I saw them live in San Antonio a few years back when they had that 3-way with DIY and who was the other one? And Authors of Pain. Yeah, Authors of Pain. That was really fun. That was great. That was an amazing match.
Yeah, well, we saw them in Dallas. I think they went up against Alpha Academy.
No, but I wasn't there that day.
Ah, okay, you missed that one, dude. I
missed it.
I was there.
I should have been there. I should have been
the
there.
revival.
Yeah. The only positive thing is that at least I was able to see Shinsuke wrestle twice at how do you call it? What the hell's where you see the wrestlers and you meet them?
I know what you're talking about. I don't remember what it's called.
The Mega Show. No, not the Mega Show. No. Oh, whatever. Access.
Access. There you go.
Access. Well, I got to see him twice because I was like, because I was so pissed that I didn't see him. I was like, oh man, I should have seen him. But whatever. But anyways, yeah. So FTR definitely great tag team, but they're not doing anything with them right now.
Nothing.
All right. Cool. Brian Cage.
Well, apart from the match that he just
the Machine.
Lost, once again, it makes no sense. He comes in, he wins the ladder match. He's a Jack, the Joker. He wins that first ladder match, and he's there. And then once again, just nothing. Melissa Santos comes out, talks shit about AEW because they're not using him, and he's just been he's been doing the indies for the last 3 years.
Yeah.
You know, it's crazy. It's crazy because if they were doing this shit in WWE, you sign Brian Cage and you just have him in the back. You know how much uproar, like, you know how much shit people would be talking.
Yeah. Oh, but it said honestly, you don't even have enough space to put him. Like, you don't even know where the hell where does he fit in the big scheme of things. That's why I think they had so many factions too, because at least that way you can have 10 guys on the screen at the same time.
But I don't need to see Jungle Boy and fucking Luchasaurus every week. I don't need to see Orange Cassidy do his fucking thing. Yeah, I don't need to see fucking Wheeler Yuda and fucking lame ass Danny Garcia every week. I don't need to see fucking old ass Jericho every week. Like,
he's there every week. Like, at least almost a good 45 minutes of the show is dedicated to Jericho.
Yeah, if you're gonna have
every week, bro.
If you want to make Rampage such a thing, put him on Rampage.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need to see him on Dynamite every fucking week talking about the fucking Ocho like a moron. The Ocho, shut up.
I could just imagine Tony Khan. Hey Jericho, here's the list of Jericho. Could you please sign it for me?
No.
You just made the list.
Idiot, you stupid idiot. Hey, Jericho, fuck you too. You and Sammy.
Hey, I like Jericho.
I don't like you.
You don't like Jericho? Come on.
I don't like Jericho, dude. I don't. It could be Judas. It could be Judas. It could be all these stupid ass names, from the Painmaker to the Wizard to the
Wizard and the Painmaker sucked.
The Lionheart to the fucking Le Champion. Like, he's like, damn, dude, it's enough. We get it. You're Chris Jericho. You're this great wrestler. But
Remember, he's trying to get it. He was trying to stay relevant. Like he doesn't want to turn into a legend, quote unquote. He just wants to keep on going. Which, if he would have been in WWE, they would have told him, like, bro, like you're done. Like, all right, Chris, I need you to sit down and just calm down. That would have been like Triple H saying,
but like he's doing too much.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's still getting over, at least in the AEW crowd.
Yeah, with that crowd, the fucking same crowd that sings Judas fucking 20 million times and. Fucking,
which is getting, it's like old already. Like
it's
it was cool.
3 years, man. I'm sick of that damn song.
Yeah, like the time I went, I saw them. It was cool because it was the day that they couldn't play the music.
That was cool. Okay, like I get that.
That was but that was it's different. You know that I thought was creative. But then it's like it's already been 3 years, and the song's like 5 years old.
Like we get it,
bro. It's like stop. But
anyways.
Don't.
But they don't. That's the issue.
But anyways, another WWE hopeful, or at least a prototype of what a WWE guy should be, Wardlow.
Warlord. I don't care for Warlord, man. He pretty much is. He's Braun Strowman to me. He goes out there. He should really just squash everybody and then just leave. He's Goldberg. There you go. That's a better analogy. He's Goldberg to me. He should just be squashing everybody until he just makes his way up to the championship. But they don't even do that with him.
Yeah, honestly, I do think he's better than Braun Strowman in terms of wrestling.
Definitely.
Like he's actually pretty good. He's kind of like on not on par with Brian Cage. I would still say Brian Cage is better. At least what I've seen from Brian Cage. But the separate is this guy was hot. Like he was like he had a rocket on his back, and then all of a sudden, next week the TNT title, it's not defended. The week after, not defended. You're like, isn't that the purpose of the damn TNT title, to be defended on TNT every damn week?
Yeah,
that's what it's there for.
Exactly.
But it wasn't.
Can't even do
Why?
That. They can't even do that.
They can't even stick to the damn championships, and that kind of takes away from the whole thing. That's why people can't take them seriously.
Well, they have 20 million championships. Fucking the heavyweight, the TNT, the women, the TBS, the All Atlantic, the trios, the tag team, the FTR. Fuck, am I missing one? The ROH, the ROH yes. tag team. It's just like, Jesus Christ, how many more fucking titles do you guys need?
What is it, like 12 titles that they have at least? No, 12, 14 like or something. I know correct. It's a lot. It's a lot. Sounds for only correct. 3 hours of TV, that's too damn much.
Yes.
Way too damn much. And you can't count Dark or Elevation. That does not count. That's not on TV. That's on YouTube. And it's cool. It's a good place for people to hone their skills and get better. But it's not a TV show. It's not something that I would say, I'm going to tune into this. No, it's something if you happen to be at home and you have absolutely nothing else to do. If you have no reruns from the last 4 weeks of SmackDown, and you stumble upon it, then you watch it halfway through.
Who's even on there? Let's see. AEW Dark. Let's see if they have a picture. Oh, not Adele. Not Adele. AEW Dark. Let's see. So this week we have Tony Nese, Maria Shafir.
Okay. By the way, did you see her promo about I'm the Problem?
You don't know me,
bro. Oh my God.
You don't know me.
Like I was like, what the hell's going on?
Poor Roderick Strong.
Well, he's not the best in promos either. So.
He's not either.
Yeah.
See, like nobody on Dark is like. You got Tyler Baudour or something like that. You got Matt Sydal. Matt Sydal. Forgot about him. Sydal, yeah.
He's the only recognizable.
Angelico?
I don't know.
What happened to Angelico?
I don't know. I know there? Jack Evans is gone. I don't know about Angelico. I don't know about him.
Forgot about Angelico.
Angelico.
And Jack Evans. And then what's the other one? Elevation.
Yeah. Well, Elevation, you're really not going to know anybody there.
See, they don't even have anything on it. They don't even have anything on it. It's terrible.
Yeah, those guys are.
You don't know me. Terrible.
It sounded like a bad Vicky Guerrero promo. And at least Vicky's made sense. But at least Vicky's made sense when she was in WWE. It was so annoying, but it made sense. This makes no sense because I have no idea. Was she trying to get over? Was she trying to piss people off? I don't know. Like, I genuinely don't know. Did you put it?
I'm actually watching it right now. She's fucking wearing that fucking straw hat. You got what's the Lena Rose? Lena Rose?
Nyla
Rose. And you have Vicky there. You know me. Yes, you do.
And I am the problem.
This is so bad.
Oh, yeah, she should be.
You raised the problem. Okay, I'm gonna stop watching this because this is terrible.
No,
that's so bad.
Terrible. That's so terrible. Bad.
We need to have JJ watch that on video.
Oh my god, we do a react video.
Yeah, a react video. I'm like, okay, let's see what JJ.
Yeah, we should start doing a few of those react videos.
Yeah. Like, what the fuck is this,
man? Is it the bloodline? Yes, the blood. She's part of the bloodline now. Okay, what's this guy?
She the one.
What?
She the one.
She the one.
She the one.
Right. So next guy, Andrade. What do you think about what
Andrade?
His whole saga, I guess, or situation, or problem.
He's obviously great. Andrade is obviously a great talent. If he decides to stay in AEW, that's perfectly cool. They just need to do something with him. Like, I mean, obviously, I think we both can agree that, like, if you don't speak very good English, like, there's not much you can do. I know he's trying to learn, and I know he learns. He's learning. But, man, you got to have some type of, like, communication, especially with these, like, people.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
at least something.
Yeah, I'm hoping that he's obviously learning. I mean, he's married to Charlotte, so I'm sure they communicate somehow.
I think
so. Right?
Sign language.
You would assume. But he definitely needs to have a championship under his belt, or under his on his waist, in his waist, on his waist. You know.
You know what I think he's missing? You know what I think he's missing? Selena Vega. That's it.
Yeah,
that's what he's missing.
He needs his
literally once they, even in WWE, once they separated, because the solution is not necessarily for him to go back to WWE. Yeah. If he goes back to WWE and doesn't have Zelina Vega, it's over.
Yeah,
like it doesn't matter.
He can easily get her. She's there.
Yeah,
she's not being used right now.
Yeah, which is another.
Which is funny.
Kind of frustrates me a bit too.
Which is funny because on the WWE Instagram page, they were, it's Hispanic Heritage Month. And they're talking about Hispanos, Latinos, and they had her when Andrade and John Cena were fighting.
Oh,
and you can see Andrade right in the background a little bit. She was messing with John.
What is that? The brown rabbit?
That's the brown rabbit. El conejo café.
El conejo café.
El conejo café.
El conejo marroncito or something.
Yes. Cafecito.
Yeah, I do think that he's way more talented than they give him credit for. He's amazing in the ring, but then again, he needs a mouthpiece. This other dude, the one he has in AEW, that guy, I have no idea who that guy is. The assistant or something. He's terrible. You know what they should have put him on with Abrahantes? What's his name?
From Underground.
Yeah, no, the guy, he's with the Death Triangle now. Their manager, or at least their hype man or something. That he used to be an announcer, now he's with them. They're doing stuff. Yeah, Alex Abrahantes. El Alex. Yeah, look him up. You probably know who he is. That's when you see him. Unless he's hiding behind Pac's ears, but.
Oh, okay, the guy with the old looking guy.
Yeah, the thin guy. Yeah. He always uses like gloves or something. He's actually pretty entertaining. Yeah, he's pretty entertaining. I thought that guy. I thought he was terrible at first, but I ended up liking him. I was like, oh, this guy's actually pretty cool. You know, put somebody, or they have a what's her face, the one that she left WWE too. Dasha Fuentes or something. Dasha Fuentes. She used to be Dasha Fuentes. Now she's Dasha something.
I don't know.
She used to be on like an announcer. She used to be an announcer.
Ah, yeah. I know who you're talking about.
Like, she knows Spanish too, so she can kind of, I guess, fill in or put Hugo Savinovich or something.
Mil muertes.
Ooh, actually, you know what? That would not be a bad one.
Yeah. What's her name?
Melissa Santos.
No, not only Melissa Santos, but what is the
Katrina?
one that was? Katrina. You said Katrina would be good. Katrina would be good.
Yeah, I think
Melissa Santos would. Well, I don't know about some Melissa Santos. She was an announcer, you know, but I think Katrina would be good.
Yeah, Katrina would be real good.
I just realized that Santos Escobar was King Cuerno.
What?
Yeah.
Bro, he was like my favorite guy from Pentagon, and then King Cuerno was my second favorite guy.
King Cuerno. Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Santos Escobar. Santos Escobar.
Didn't he do like the whole thing?
Yep.
He was good. I used to like him a lot. He was real good.
Bring back Lucha Underground. Bring it back.
Who's gonna do it? I don't know. Oh, maybe it's what's his face? No, ¿cómo se llama este? Okay, he's trying to do. Okay, he used to be a writer for WWE.
Freddie Prinze, yeah.
And he's Puerto Rican, so.
Oh shit! Everybody's from Puerto Rico, dude. Logan Paul.
No, but he is.
Freddie Prinze.
No, but he's legit half Puerto Rican.
Hey,
but
let's make it happen.
Yeah. So then, and then like we have like Lance Archer, which I think he can do a lot, but
I don't know much about Lance Archer other than the fact that he
should go back to Japan.
He did a moonsault
and almost killed himself.
That's all I know about Lance. No offense to Lance.
Drink your milk.
Alistair, I hope whatever Alistair's going through, I hope he figures it out.
Yeah.
Hopefully he comes back, and if they're going to continue to do the House of Black, I hope they do something with it. I don't know why they have that silly-ass girl with them. Makes no sense. And honestly should have just been Brody King and Aleister Black. Buddy Murphy should have just doing his own thing.
But could you imagine you're Brody King? You're like, yeah, I'm there in a stable with Aleister Black. He's big, a big name and all that stuff. Then he's like,
I'm out.
Bye.
Who would have thought the Judgment Day would have lasted longer than House of Black?
That's actually a good, really good question.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody knows. But yeah, Aleister Black. Hopefully he comes back. Hopefully he's okay. Even though he flip flopped because he's like, my release and stuff like that. Then next week he's like, I never asked for my release. Bro, it's in black and white over there. But
he said that he didn't have a 5-year contract. Tony Khan saying he has a 5-year contract. I don't know. That's all weird, man. I'm telling you, man.
He had like a 4.5-year contract or something.
It's just a mess.
Yeah, though. The other thing that kind of does bug me is the whole ROH thing. Like we said a few weeks ago, we're still waiting on something. There's nothing.
Well,
There's absolutely nothing.
I think he wants to put it on HBO Max. According to the interview,
they don't put AEW on HBO Max. You think they're going to put ROH?
Well, I think that's why so on that interview he was saying that he wants to get everybody accustomed to. He wants to kind of get everybody like, hey, these are who these people are. So that's why he's putting them on Dynamite. But he's saying that he would love for them to be on a TV channel, but he is part of one of the biggest streaming services. So that would make sense, because at least that way you have something. But
then again, the other thing is, everybody knows who Samoa Joe is. Like, if you're actually watching AEW, you know who Samoa Joe is.
Yep.
You know who Cesaro is. You know who Jericho is now. He's their champion. So that should be more than enough to spend an hour going to HBO Max if you have it to watch them. Because I want to see what the hell Joe's going to do.
And it's free. I mean, it's free. I mean, I'm sure it doesn't cost too much to just fucking record these shows.
No, they could just move AEW Dark to that and call it a day.
Yeah, they could just do it. Yeah, they could just do it in a smaller arena, something like that, man. But they're just overcomplicating things.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But and then really quick, more than anything, positive things about AEW, things that you think they're doing right or that they've done right so far. Not necessarily comparing it to WWE. Just okay.
The Acclaim, fantastic. I was watching their thing yesterday. Man, it's great. It's true. Everybody loves the Acclaim. Everybody loves the Acclaim. I think that whole story. Once again, I'm not trying to nitpick. I wish they would have just done it on the first time, the first match. I think that would have had a bigger importance. But they're champion now, so that's great. MJF is always great to me. He's just fantastic. It's really hard for me to hate on what he does just because he's such a good heel.
Yeah.
So like I think that's another plus.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. You tell me.
Yeah, I think there's a few guys kind of weird. I will say this, for example, Wheeler Yuta. I'm not a fan, but he's done a lot more than I thought he would do.
Yeah,
like he's actually held his own with MJF. Yes, granted, his promo skills, it's like, I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah.
Like there's only one tone, but hey, I mean the guy's never been that great on the mic, but at least he kind of stayed there with MJF, which is not easy as it is.
Yeah.
Like if you told me Kevin Owens against MJF, oh my, that'd be epic. Man. That would be. I would
fantastic.
pay a pay-per-view to see that, just because that would be amazing. But I do think that he did pretty good, and at least his last match with the last one he had this week with MJF, he did show a lot of fire. Like he did show like he belongs, which is the one thing that I was like, why is this guy fighting? I don't care about him. I don't want to see him on my TV. Flip the channel. But at least the guy was relatively good. Should he have been in a feud with MJF? Probably not yet.
No.
But at least he held his own
good
under
match.
the circumstances.
Yeah, it was a good match.
Yeah. At least it was pretty decent.
Match.
Yeah.
Good match.
Then Darby, which I don't want him to kill himself, but he's well on his way there.
Yeah, that match with him and Jay Lethal was great, man.
Yeah, and that's the thing, and that's what I think Darby needs. He needs people like Jay Lethal to kind of guide him. This is how you do a match, because Jay Lethal does athletic things, but he's not going to kill himself. He's going to do enough to look good, but not enough to hurt himself. So I think he's he's one of those people that could actually kind of take Darby under his wing. He has Sting right there. Sting should be able to help him out.
That's
true. Sting's never been that amazing in the ring, but a lot of people would hate me for saying that, but he's never been amazing in the ring. No. But there's some guys that could actually help him out to kind of even Jericho for that matter, which I think Jericho would make an amazing coach. Jericho should just stop and just be a coach. You have Daniel Bryan there. Could you imagine if Daniel Bryan actually took him under his wing? He would do great things.
Yeah,
but,
that's true.
But that whole thing of trying to be a Hardy Boy, that doesn't work. Look at Jeff and Matt right now. Not in good shape. Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's just, but it's one of those things, once again, and I know we're going to get to it. That's your final question, but that's just, don't just throw random matches.
Yeah.
No random matches.
Yeah, I know. Definitely. Don't throw random matches. Make a storyline. Have something that makes sense.
I know you have it there too, but I'm not a fan of Daniel Garcia, dude.
I'm not a fan of Daniel Garcia, but at least they were able to do something out of it. At least it seems like people are caring about it. I don't care. I don't care. Because honestly, I don't care. Even if they built a story, I care of him less than I care of Wheeler Yuta. But at least they're trying one of their newer guys, and they're giving him some shine. They're giving him a good rub, because they're putting him next to Daniel Bryan and next to Chris Jericho, regardless of how old Chris Jericho is, and obviously Daniel Bryan. Come on, man.
He's Dominic. They're fighting for his love.
No.
Yeah.
No, actually, they should have a match of Hook versus Dominic. My money's on Hook, though. My money's on Hook.
Yeah, I'd give it to Hook there. I give it to Hook. Hook don't play. Hook don't play.
Yeah. But definitely, I think that would make AEW better. Just calm down and just concentrate on one or two stories. Granted, you have a massive roster. You know what? Admit that some people are not going to make it.
Yeah.
Not everybody's going to make it.
That's true.
Have those people go the wayside and concentrate on 2 or 3 really good stories. Follow through on them and make sure everything comes out right.
Yeah.
It's not that hard. It's been done before. many times.
I think for me, it's just to stop throwing random matches together. Like, I get it. Look, I think it gets to the point, and I was listening to a conversation the other day where it's like, well, they have these random matches because a lot of people would say that they're dream matches. But I'm like, when do they stop being dream matches? It's just random matches just to have random matches. Like, there's no point. There's no build up. There's no nothing. It's just, hey, this guy's gonna go up against this guy. Why? I just
felt like it.
Yeah, it'd be good. People want to watch it. Like, give me a reason to care.
Exactly. A match should be the end of a feud, not the start of a feud.
Correct.
It shouldn't be just two guys. Let me put you against you. It's not boxing. It's not UFC. If I want to see that, I'll watch those.
Yeah,
I want to watch the damn story.
Like an open challenge or something like that. And those are
That's
always
different
because then you can prove yourself. Like, I feel like, when John Cena did his open challenges, it always made somebody.
Then again, who was doing the open challenge? It was John Cena. Not everybody could pull that off. And as much as I don't like his in-ring, but he made a lot of guys doing that.
He did.
It made sense. And then the guy that beat him was Seth Rollins, and it literally turned Seth into like this mega heel that you're like, oh shit, if he could beat John Cena, like, who's gonna beat him? Yep. So that worked beautifully. That was great storytelling. That was amazing storytelling. Like, it made sense. The whole open challenge made sense. That whole moment when Seth Rollins beat him made sense. Had the whole other 10 matches or whatever it is make sense. There was a reason why we did these 10 matches, is to get to Seth Rollins. Like, you could actually see it when you look back. So yeah, so definitely, yeah. So hopefully they get their shit together. We need another big company. Yes. We need another place where these wrestlers can make some money, because I know it must be hard as hell, and and we love the product. I would love for AEW to be great, but and I love wrestling, and I want there to be at least 2 or 3 really good companies with good wrestling that I could just turn on my TV at any time and live just watch any good TV show, any good wrestling show live. So
yeah, I agree. I definitely want AEW to succeed, but they just need to cut it out with the dumb shit, man. Like, just focus, give some good stuff. Stop signing everybody. Honestly, I feel like they were at their best when they had a small group of people and they were able to do stuff with each person or each group. But yeah, I think time will tell. I think by the end of this year, we should get a clear picture of where everyone's at. So, yeah, man. Good show today. Good show. Right.
Oh, by the way, one last thing. Mm-hmm. You have a shirt of the best wrestler in the world.
The greatest.
I have a shirt of the best wrestler in the world.
Holy shit, dude. Now we just need to go get panda tattoos, dude.
No.
Yeah, panda tattoos. Kevin Owens, you're the man. I love you, dude.
Hey,
what's up?
awesome.
Be my best friend. Be my best friend, Kevin. Be my best friend, Kevin. I promise I'll be your best friend.
All right, guys. So as always, this was our AEW kind of little State of AEW.
Yeah, you go.
Yeah, we just want to kind of talk about random things. So, hey, just make sure you like, follow, subscribe, all that good stuff, and please let us know in the comments what you guys think. Let us know what you guys want us to talk about. So, all right. So have a good day. And that was your boy, Juan. This is Javi. Peace.